Whoop, whoop.
There you go. Okay. Stream is up. They may have heard the whoop whoop. I don't think they did.
That's the sound of the police.
Hopefully not.
Bro.
We're gonna get demonetized.
We heard you're doing satanic rituals online.
Don't let my parents hear you saying that.
There's
They already worry enough.
There's apparently a warlock in your party that was speaking to an evil deity. Is what this report says. No. Welcome back, everybody. Everybody light up your inspiration. Let's get started with a recap. And to do so, we need the lowest d20 of the start. Everybody roll a d20 for me. We only have 3 people here for the recap, I believe.
4.
Oh, good God. Oh, no, it's me. I wasn't even here for the entire
Black dynamite.
It's not. Wait.
Is that my?
Yeah.
That's my.
That's
My
Elli.
roll is not first.
Ellie, are you
Wait.
going to do a recap?
I might be, but it'll be very funny if I get pulled away right when the recap starts.
Sure,
so we'll
go
see how
for
it
it.
goes.
Go for
All
it.
right. Last we let off giants in Lego City. It was not fun.
Is that where we started?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
We started off with everyone kind of gathering from last night's events, deciding what we were doing next, getting ready for the potential of heading to the Underdark, and then giants invade Lego City on the western wall, and we go to help, and we kill a lot more giants than anyone expected, but alas, captured one of our friends, and vengeance is due. And that's where we are.
And that is where we are. We have 2 giants that are... They aren't exactly charmed, are they? What spells did you put on them?
It
One was
command.
barely injured, one is unharmed, it says.
This one's charmed. This one's holding the gate.
Charmed
And this
by
one's
what?
running away.
I forget what it was.
I was using command. I don't think
Command.
either of them are charged anymore.
Command, okay. So that's what I thought. So we had one that's underneath the gate. He's holding it up as it's about to crush him. But he did catch it. And the other one that is admiring you. Seems very questionable of what decisions he's been making. Meta-wise, I think you commanded him like 2 or 3 times in a row just to stand there. So he's just been standing there. So this guy shoved him out of the way of the gate. You commanded him or charmed him. He's just stuck underneath it for a moment. Baldric is finishing off one of the final hill giants inside of the gate with Rhea. And the 3 of you are up on top of it while they are stealing Asterion, taking victims. The other thing is that this is not the only battle going on about town. As you look throughout the town, the other walls are being attacked. A large shadow of a castle comes into view overhead. The entire thing...
What?
A what?
A floating castle? What?
Yes, a floating castle overhead, causing kind of a blackout of the sky, causing a lot of the darkness, but also causing this supernatural cloud, causing the limited vision.
What in the Castlevania?
As the party is kind of the middle of this, I think that rather than ending this situation with more initiative, we're just going to narrate what happens from here. Asterion, caught by this frost giant, has been grabbed, and some of you, I think, who had giant speech? Or you had tongues on, right? Or not tongues, comprehend languages.
I had both of them.
Oh, both. So able to understand what they were shouting to each other. Apparently they are taking as many as they can as this one runs off with Asterion. It sounds like that was their plan. But they have suffered a lot of losses on this wall. mostly the hill giants. I don't know if we killed a frost giant yet. I don't think we did.
We're going to.
Yeah, I don't think we killed a frost giant yet. Just the hill giants.
No.
So some of the hill giants that first pushed in, climbing over the walls, finding themselves full of arrows. A lot of Captain Harrowleaf's forces dead. Only a few remaining. One scout that has had some pretty true aim throughout the battle. And 3 frost giants left at the gate. Now, the reason I say that we're not going to do this narratively is because we're down a few players as well. I'm just gonna, or we're gonna do it narratively. We're not gonna do it through combat. The frost giants begin to retreat, the 2 as well, as the party dwindles on spells and the ability to control them. They eventually start to fade back into the fog, taking Asterion with them. The rest of the city being under siege, you find yourself having to fall back into the wall and not pursue, just to save the city. There are still some rolls that we have to make. Normally I do this after the kingdom gets created, but Loudwater got attacked while you're all here. And so we'll do these rolls kind of with your assistance, rather than just on Loudwater's own. Let me pull us to the Loudwater map.
I was gonna ask if we could do one more round of combat,
Nah,
but
it's
if
all
we're gonna
just
continue
narrative.
like this.
Yeah, it's because he is, like I said, he's getting kidnapped, he's getting taken away, and you guys are gonna have to go save him. You know, future quest for you. But rather than doing that full combat and having the frost giants battling, it could potentially go bad with only 3 people, or just being down a few. And I think you guys are pretty much spent on spells and stuff, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm pretty good. I've only used 1.
Of 2?
Out of 2.
Yes. You get some first levels and stuff still packed in there. You could keep up the fight, I suppose, but it's probably best that we just narrate what's going on, because there's other things happening. Now, with your assistance, there is the possibility of saving some of the structures throughout the town during the assault. This is not the proper map I was looking for. I'll try to find the other one after, but that's okay. This one works. We're just going to zoom all the way out, and what I'll do is I'll circle different buildings. This is the town hall. This is the temple. The stables. Houses. This is a marketplace. That's a popular inn. General store. Houses. These are, I think, actually tenant. These aren't tenant. These are not houses. These are tenant. They have a different name. They're like apartment houses. There is a dock, a port rather, and a dive tavern, and more tenements. That's what they are, tenements. Those. Oh, and the smithy, and the apothecary. Those are the structures that are potentially under attack, as well as the walls themselves, which technically are only 1 unit. If they get destroyed, they need to be repaired. So, as the frost giants attack, you guys have the ability to help. And instead of just rolling the flat D100s and seeing how it goes, I'll say we'll do it more like a skill challenge. We'll give each person a 3 out of 5. And if you succeed, you'll be able to save at a minimum 2 structures per person. The other stuff we'll roll for to see how it goes.
60% is a pass in my books.
We'll see how it goes. So as the giants continue to attack, And I normally do this behind the scenes with just rolls to see, and then people show back up at Loudwater, and it is a mess. But you guys were here for it. It is a very devastating moment as the Frost Giants just decimate the city. A lot of civilians get killed. As you saw, the majority of the guards get killed. The town kind of gets leveled. But we'll see how well you guys do to defend that, to prevent that, and maybe to save some buildings. Meta-wise, if you ever claim this as a hex, any buildings that are already in a hex, so if you even claim other towns or other places, they have buildings already that once you claim it, you immediately get. So for this, let's start with... Let's go from the list on the left here. Aram, let's start with you. It's a skill challenge, best out of 5, and what I need you to do for me is describe during this assault on the city from just a cascading army of hill giants with frost giants at their back and cloud giants in the sky above hurling down stone. The walls are being crushed, people are being killed, pulled out of their houses, the roof's being pulled off, and all around town it's just mayhem. The guards can barely push them back. You guys have done your utmost to defend this area. However, and maybe I'll throw the names onto these places so that you know what each thing is. I do. No lines. I'll do this in the background while you describe it. 3 out of 5, so you get to do 5 different checks. They have to be a different ability each time. And the DC starts at 12 and goes up by 2 for each check. So we'll start with Aram. And let me write in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the DC starts at 12, then 14, 16, 18, 20. So it's best to save your best thing for last, but you only need 3 out of 5. Starting with DC 12, and you get to do the description of what you do, how you do it.
Okay.
But how do you participate in the siege, in preventing the attack, in saving people?
Yeah, so seeing as I only have 1 leveled spell left, I'm mostly going to be using my Eldritch Blast because it does quite a lot of damage and can hit well. And then Mind Sliver and Toll the Dead are also excellent. Toll the Dead on injured creatures. However, they can only affect 1. If I come across a large amount of clustered giants, I would use Fairy Fire to light them the hell up.
All right. Now, meta-wise, you got to roll a skill with these descriptions. So what skill are you using?
What skill?
DC
How are we
12,
going to...
DC 12 on the first one. It's an ability. So on your left wall, you have all the different athletics, arcana. You could say that you're doing an arcana check to, cast all the magics. You could say you're doing athletics to just keep up in the battlefield. Things like that. And you need best 3 out of 5. And you get to describe each one progressively. So for your first one, what skill check is it? You get to pick DC 12, then 14, 16, 18, then 20.
Okay. Let me see. We're going to try using... Screw it. Let's try using Persuasion as a skill check, because we have to use a different one each time, right? Or...
Yep. It goes up,
Yes,
and you have to use a different one each time.
So we're going to use Persuasion for the first one. And through well-aimed shots, we are going to make the giants feel like it is a losing battle and get out with what they have.
All right. Let's see the roll. DC 12.
That'll
the
do.
first one is an easy success. 4 more to go. You need a best 3 out of 5. What's the next one?
All right. And we are going to... So yeah, next one we're going to use Arcana, and we're going to just keep on blasting, using spells as best we can. Toll the dead where possible, so that we don't have to deal with armor class, and it's just a save that they are not going to be good at.
The second one, unfortunately, is a failure by 1 unless you have any feature to add to that. Only you get to do this, not allies near you. Just yourself.
Yeah, I don't think anything would add to that.
Alright.
Damn.
1 success, 1 failure. Best out of 5. Keep going. What's the next one you do?
Ooh. Yeah, so next one, I will use medicine and treat the wounded.
Alright.
Oh, fuck.
That's a natural 1. No worse than just any other failure, but still a failure.
Wow. I'm not going to be able to do this then.
No, you could still succeed on the next 2.
Yeah. All right. Next
DC
one we're going to
18.
try. Next one we're going to try performance. And this is where I'd use fairy fire, and
Let's see
they're
it.
going to be lit up. Let's see.
I like it.
Normal
Performance
fairy roll.
Fire. Hey, that makes it. That's a success.
Just
We
enough.
need
Nice.
1 more success here. However, this one is the DC 20. You gotta hit it.
And I've been saving intimidation for this.
All right, let's see it.
We're gonna go in swinging.
Natural 20
God.
for a 27. You absolutely succeed. That is a best 3 out of 5. You'll get to save a few buildings. We'll do that after. We'll just mark.
Okay.
I'm marking it off.
I'm saving the house.
Let's
I don't need anywhere to sleep anymore. God damn it.
let's jump to the next person on the list, though. Mari. Same thing. You have a skill check throughout this assault on how you want to defend the city from the frost giants, cloud giants, and hill giants rampaging through. And there's heavy cloud cover, and it's a best 3 out of 5 skill challenge, 12 to 20 DCs. Starting off, you get to describe what you want to do. DC 12.
Yes. Mari will go ahead and start climbing roofs and rooftops, and helping and backstabbing all the hill giants around to get their hands off the citizens of Loudwater here.
All
Roll
right.
an acrobatics check on that.
That's one of your best ones, is it not?
Nope.
No?
I still make
Oh,
it.
it's only +3. Hey, a 15 is good enough. You make it on the first one.
Yep.
DC 14 on the second.
As I, luckily, before, while everyone's in panic, getting dropped from the hill giants, luckily I asked the guard that was with us at the wall to tell other civilians to go down the Thieves Guild's tunnel areas. There are plenty around the area, and I think there's plenty of people that can enter through them in time before they get kidnapped.
Yeah,
They're safe.
hustle the people underground.
I'm going to use perception to help and guide them to the locations.
Okay. Through all the thick fog cover, you try to find your way through the battlefield. It becomes very difficult as buildings block old alleyways you were used to. Fog obscures your distance vision. You are limited. You start to struggle. And unfortunately, in a few cases, you find a few commoners end up in a bad alley, stuck with some hill giants.
I would like to distract the hill giants so they come after me and leave the other people alone, and taunt and tease them. So I'm thinking some performance for them to be swayed to come after me.
Go for it.
15.
This one's a DC 16.
Ah, come on.
You got anything to add to that? No features? I don't know if you do. I'm just asking.
Nothing to help. I mean, unless you let me use uncanny dodge to like keep distracting them, but that's about it.
No, dodges. That's
Yeah.
to reduce damage. Unfortunately not. That's a failure. You got 2 more. You need an 18 and a 20 on these. Same as Arim's situation there. 1 success, 2 failures.
The solution is a nat 20.
The giants,
Yeah.
one of them starts to chase you, but you see that the others ignore the taunts. Some of the civilians find themselves wounded and killed.
Oh, as one chases me and stays behind, I'm going to use my rod of immobility and stab it in midair so he runs right into the rod. I think my sleight of hand should help with that. To get the timing just right.
Very cool. You position the rod right where it'll pierce his heart.
Ooh.
No. I need to use my inspiration. I
Go
cannot.
for it. Go for it. I love the sound effect added.
Yep.
Did you add the sound effect?
Yes, I added the sound effect.
Unfortunately, that's not enough, and we can stop there as you find yourself. Well, throw me your final roll. What is the last thing you do? Describe it and throw me the roll. Let's see. But that is 4 or
The
3
final
failures.
thing is that I would get more people, and luckily the clouds and the area is being covered well enough with all the smoke and crumbling buildings that I would stealth my way with the crowd into the entrance to the Thieves Guild.
Throw
That
me a
was going to
stealth
be
DC
that.
20.
I get
That
you
is
that.
a success at least.
Yeah.
2 out of 5. It's not enough, but we'll see how the rest of them do. Baldric, we jump to you. Skill challenge.
Aye.
Best out of 5.
Skill challenge. Well, my war pick is ready for a skill challenge. Let's start with animal handling, where the war pick is handling them animals and getting them ready for battle.
Sure. I will say that you could use animal handling trying to handle some of the giants. That is a success, a 13 on the first one. Next one's DC 14. What's the next thing you do as you find yourself mounted on the back of one of the giants?
Next is survival. Me war pick survives the harsh terrain and pierces through the skull of a frost giant.
Alright, survival check. DC 14.
I swear, if he gets all 3 of them.
That's an easy hit.
I'll
That's
be happy.
17 on it. Boom. The next one's DC 16. What does he do? He just put down a frost giant, finds himself planted on the ground. Dust kind of billows out from it.
Next is athletics. Me war pick punches a hill giant in the face.
You run forward as quick as you can to the next battle. Throw me athletics. That's enough. Just makes it. 3 out of 5 is done, but let's see the 18 and 20. Let's just see if you hit 5 out of 5. What do you continue to do? Describe 2 more things for me.
Medicine, me war pick is used to perform invasive surgery on a civilian
Oh no.
and saves their life.
You grab
Jesus.
the bloody war pick, wipe it off, and just see somebody that has like their lungs are clogged. You gotta just puncture them real quick. Roll me a medicine check. This might go bad.
I swear to God, if this is.
Yeah, you nailed it. He immediately takes in a gasp of air. He looks up, just thank you. Last one, DC 20. What do you do?
Anytime, Bucko. Last is perception. Me war pick allows me vision on the battlefield, and I use it to gain advantage over me enemies.
Oh!
That's That's all right, just a 9. You see that the town is starting to get overwhelmed as Mari seems to be struggling next to you, and then you see that there's a whole bunch of giants in the market square. But you do succeed. You will save quite a few buildings. Good stuff.
4 or 5.
Elli. Are you
Hello, hello.
available to do these, or are you busy?
I certainly am available.
All right, very cool then. If you heard the rules, starting off DC 12 all the way up to 20, going up by 2 each time. Best out of 5 skill checks. Describe
Can
what
I
you
use?
do.
Can I potentially use magic and features to give myself advantage or bonuses?
No, just the straight skill checks, but any features that bonus to skill check, yes. Not guidance, but like if you have like a feature that's like you can re-roll a skill check with your spirit points or something, you know, whatever it is, your magical
So I
points.
do have one ball, blah 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 blah, bardic inspiration left, and I know normally I
You
can't
can-
give them to myself.
You can't?
No.
Other than yourself. I thought magical inspiration, you could use it on yourself. No? Thought you had a way to do it to yourself. Is that wrong?
I can do the blade flourishes to myself, but
The blade flourishes. Yeah, I'm gonna say no on the bardic inspiration for this.
all right, no worries.
Just best 3 out of 5 skill challenges.
All
Did
right,
they do on one of my rolls?
So-
I'll let
The performance would have just gotten it.
I don't mind spending it if you'd allow it.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll
Our
bring his
performance
15.
is a
That'll bring his 15 to a 16. That's 3 out of 5. Spend that.
There you are.
Hey,
You'll get Mari there. That's good.
alrighty. So now that the bard things are done, time for some more bard things. First things first, I'm going to use acrobatics to get ahead of the giants and try and get some people out of danger.
All right, go for it. Acrobatics. DC 12 on the first one.
Well,
Nice.
well.
That's pretty easy. 12 with a 25.
hmm And then for my second roll,
DC 14. You dash through the streets, get a whole bunch of them distracted.
so if I cast darkness to like help get some people away, is that still just going to be a straight stealth roll, or is there any advantage I get from actually casting the spell?
Just a straight roll.
Okay, then instead what I'm going to do is, since I can currently speak giant, I'm going to use giant to lure a group of giants away from a location using deception.
All right. Yeah. You shout out in giant. 13. Unfortunately, it's 1 below.
Mhm.
They don't seem to believe the deception as they hear your elven voice try to mimic them. This way. Ah, I'm a giant. I'm also a giant. This way, guys. They
Just giant things over here.
totally
Frank's
fall
on his
for it.
Tinder again.
Unfortunately, one of them shows up ready to swing.
I'm going to use perception to try and find a place to get away from him.
Go for it. DC 16.
Okay. So we've kind of butted around this. I'm not too sure what the ruling is, but I am in darkness. Do I get advantage on the perception or no?
It is darkness. Yeah, it is because it's heavily obscured. Yeah, you do.
Oh, man, even with the advantage, it's rough.
Oh my god!
15 is 1 below.
I roll 1 below one more time, so help me.
You can still succeed on the next 2, DC 18 and then DC 20. If anyone can do it, it's the expert bard.
I've been saving the best for last. I'm going to start with, as I kind of get away from this giant, going to pull myself into a secluded area. I'm going to pull out my instruments and start playing loudly to draw the giant's attention away from the important areas.
Of course, every battle needs some music. Let's see the performance.
I'll take that.
Hey!
That's an
Nice.
easy 26. That's a success. The next one is a DC 20. The music starts to play in the center of the battlefield. The giants start to kind of coalesce into a circle, closing in on you.
I'm going to use some persuasion to keep them occupied while, like, other people are trying to do things. I am keeping their attention.
I imagine probably riddling their minds somehow with just like, wait, this isn't your order, do that, something, just confuse them. Throw me
Yeah.
a persuasion.
Oh, it was almost a 19. Are you kidding me? All right.
It's
Well-
a 3 for a 13. Do you want to inspire it?
You know what? Let's do it. We
Let's
roll
go.
again. Man.
Oh, it's 2 away. Unfortunately, that is...
Oh, this was the DC 21, damn.
Yes, this was
Mhm.
the DC 21. That is 2 out of 5. Still not bad. We're going to save 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 structures. 3 of you succeeding. Not bad.
Can I say that I use prestidigitation to help out and light a couple of candles up around Ellie?
Nah, you
To-
can't give each other advantage in the skill challenge, unfortunately. Nobody else
Okay.
was getting any advantage from anyone. You had your own
Except
things.
for
You
Bardic
were,
Inspiration.
you were doing
Yeah,
your own
that's a
things
different story.
throughout all of that, you know.
Hmm.
It's all
Ellie, you
good.
just need to be more skilled. Come on.
It is unfortunate that our highest skilled champion was the only one that failed the skill challenge, but nonetheless, you guys succeeded quite a bit. So let's go down the list and talk about what we want to save. Aram, you get to choose 3 buildings that are not going to be destroyed in this assault, and the walls do count as one structure to like stay secure enough to not be
Oh,
fully
shit.
destroyed. It's your call what you want to choose. The town hall is kind of important. The temples are important. The barracks is important. The other stuff is all just kind of additions, a little easier to get or to replace.
Well, wall's gonna have to be number 1. I know someone else would pick it if I didn't, but we're gonna start there. Temple, I'm going to pick, and I'm going to pick interestingly enough, the town hall.
Okay. If you guys want to see what these do, they're actually in the Kingmaker player guide, down in the building part, but we'll talk about it after.
Nope, we're doing it live.
Yeah, it's fine. You don't need to know what each of their functions are. The town hall lets you do 3 instead of 2 activities on leadership roles. It's all like during kingdom turns and stuff. But perfect. You got 3 things saved, and I'll just change the color of the circle or something.
That Baldric is saving everything while riding a fucking giant. I love that he got 4.
1.
I would have
Yeah.
I would have succeeded if I had a war pick. That's all I got to say.
It's the war pick, yeah. So those 3
Field
things are
medic
saved.
Baldric.
Mari, you get to choose 3 buildings, 3 structures to save.
Well, I think we should save the stables because that's where our horses are, and
Oh,
they get
fair.
trampled. We lose whatever item we have stored with them.
There you go. There you go.
I'm going to save the docks. That's pretty much my home-ish place because Mari likes to fish,
Yeah.
and if docks are not there, he sort of gets disappointed.
Is the docks? Oh, I didn't even notice it on the map.
Hmm. And I'm going to say the barracks because after this, they're still gonna need guards. They're still gonna need people. If there's no barracks, there are no person to protect any next income.
Okay. All right, then we move to Baldric.
I'd be saving the popular tavern
Popular tavern.
so I can
bring
have
your
me
tank
dwarven
in.
ale. Next, I'd be saving the dive tavern so I can be having more ale after the first round.
The battle. So the thing about Baldric's battle is that it was from one tavern to the other, and he just had to make sure they were okay. Like, he killed the fuck out of frost giants, but if you zoom out, you notice that his route was around the taverns. I love it. What's the
The
next one?
third building is the marketplace where I can buy more beer under the table.
Perfect. Right outside in the marketplace, you see some stalls. That's my favorite homebrew beer. You rush over. Perfect. 3 places saved. Ellie.
Does
Does he get one
not
more?
get 4?
No, 3 each. Ellie, you get
Oh.
1.
Oof.
The people
What?
need somewhere to live, so we'll save the houses
Oh,
in the
man.
center.
The houses in the center. I like it.
The tavern has lots of rooms.
It's a good call because without some houses, you start with unrest. Unfortunately, the smith finds itself destroyed, the apothecary, the houses, the
It's not 2?
tenements, and the tenements. What?
It's not 2 from Ellie?
No, it's only 1 for. It's not per success. It was 3 a person, and then 1 if you fail. Best 3 out of 5. So there's a total of
Understandable.
saving 12. Unfortunately, you're only saving 10.
Can we have the sharpshooter guard roll in place of Rhea?
Let me just write
Quick
this
question, because
marketplace.
I was gonna say, I did ask one of the guards to
Entertainment.
help the other civilians around and leave us to help the other civilians.
Mm-hmm.
What is your ruling on that?
What do you mean?
Because I asked one of the guards to leave the stone wall and chase after and help any civilians to get to the underground thieves guild. Is there a possibility that they can roll at least one more to see if they got enough people out of there in
I'll
time?
tell you this. Let's see how many people, how many townsfolk were saved by the quick action. And what we'll do is we'll roll basically a D100 at advantage. So we're going to roll it twice.
44. 52.
52. Your quick action saved about 8 extra people. There's still some heavy tolls throughout the death toll of the city. Now, Loudwater had a population of about 1,200, so let's do percentages.
God.
So that would bring us to 48% reduction.
A little under half.
624 people remain in the city, all of them huddled in the sewers as the battle kind of concludes. But your defenses were impressive. You kept the walls up. You kept the major buildings up, the town square saved, the majority of the important stuff secured and saved. A pretty successful endeavor, believe it or not. 'Cause a lot of people have Loudwater leveled. So good stuff. And I think that what we'll do is we'll kind of move the clock ahead. This battle takes all afternoon. They kind of disappear after a few hours. Waves and waves of giants. It's not just one wave. And just constant barrages of stones from above. But we'll jump to the hex map as we move into the afternoon. The large fog cloud looming above begins to fade, and you see this flying castle hovering on the cloud move towards this direction, towards the mountains. The large cloud that it was kind of creating below it, masking its army as they move across the land, continues as they travel.
Well, what do you know? We were heading that direction anyways.
It is.
They're heading in the direction of Lork. What what does that mean? I'm not so sure.
It is fairly well known in the town that Lork and Oralbar have already been destroyed by the giants. They've been known to be in that direction, in that area, for some time, and rumors have been that they will be showing up eventually. But this seemed like an unprovoked kind of rash attack. But as the battle concludes, did not mean to click that song. The party kind of begins to get everybody back out of the sewers, back together. Loudwater's still alive, the village still together, the walls still standing. I'll throw it to all of you. What you want to do. Now, let's say you did save the major buildings, so all the major NPCs are still alive.
Oh, good.
Moonfire, we got Arrowleaf, Kuravar, and who else is major in the town? The blacksmith
The
got destroyed, so
shops.
Megana's dead.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Megana's dead, the apothecary's dead. Elli never gets to meet Megana.
You planned
They
this.
weren't out
I
of the
know you
600
planned
people that
this.
I
left.
didn't plan this. You could have saved her shop. She says, "You let me die, Elli. You never got to meet me." No, she doesn't say that. She just dies. I think that's the major NPCs, really. Trying to think. Oh, the priest.
Why'd the priest die?
No, he didn't die. What's his name?
Matthew something?
Griffin.
Recheck.
No, it's Brother Griffin. Brother Griffin. And then
Yeah.
there is also well,
The
there's that-
stables.
There's that guy at the town hall that you guys like, the guy that does
Oh,
the
yeah.
paperwork. I forget his name.
Sunstirred.
Sunstein.
Steer. I guess the portmaster also lives. The general store couple dies, so that quest is gone.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
died. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Marsh
Listen,
lives.
we saved the tavern, we saved the dive bar.
That's what I'm gonna say.
The general store and the smithing were not as important.
They were not as
What if the
important.
general store had beer?
I know. I can only save one.
The dive bar,
only
my
can
dude.
save
You
one.
saved the dive bar.
The shady
I
dive
guess
bar.
we saved the Rivermaster and old Barney.
Barnaby. Yeah, he
Barnaby.
never got off the dock. He was fishing when you ran over there. He's just like, I don't mind a giant. And he just cast into the water. It is 2 p.m. The battle concludes. Everybody's kind of healing their wounds. Asterion, nowhere to be found as you see the giants, the remainders. You search around the exterior of the walls, the area that he got chased off into. You see a bit of a fight was put up, a bit of a struggle. He didn't give up right then, but didn't seem to make it much further. No body found. You're not sure where he is.
Not sure who is?
Asteria.
So Ellie is going to coordinate with the temple to try and get like a hospital, like a pseudo hospital relief center set up at the town hall.
All right.
You're welcome for saving the temple.
Mari will send word to Blackstaff with the stones and say that Loudwater has been attacked by a horde of hill giants. If possible, to send aid. I know it's very hard travel by sea, travel by the river. Is the port is still operational? Any medical or assistance in rebuilding Loudwater is reassuring.
Sure.
Nonetheless, the people here will enjoy that.
So you guys don't technically have a kingdom yet, but what I'm going to do for this is one of your first kingdom rolls, and it will be basically you're trying to receive aid from an allied kingdom. To do so, you have to succeed. Let me actually pull up. You know what? Let's do it in a moment. Let me pull up the rules and stuff. Let's do a quick break, and I'll talk to you guys about this as well, about like how this works, and we'll probably get your kingdom set up soon-ish as we start to clear hexes, but we'll talk about that. But let's do like a 10-minute break for stream. So 1 second stream. I'm just going to pop this up. If you guys do need to take a break as well for bathroom or drinks, go do that now. Stream, I'm going to mute us for a minute.
Is a level 3 would revivify?
It's too late for Revivify.
That's true.
Revivify is one of those combat's done. Okay, fix this shit
No, you can do it mid-combat.
Who did you want to resurrect?
for a minute.
The Smith out of spite.
I think we need to talk this one over. I think we need to have a council discussion on this.
Out of spite?
Out of spite, of course.
Are you spiting
Baldric.
by?
Oh, spy of
The world.
Baldric.
Oh,
Spiting the world.
okay. Sure.
I am her world.
Okay.
No, you haven't talked about that yet.
Let me tell you
We
about
haven't had
my
the conversation.
best friend.
All right, we're smiting Baldric or something. I don't know. Anyway, as we get back into this here, you send a message, Mari, to Waterdeep, one of your few of allies so far. Go ahead and roll me. This is a statecraft roll to recruit an army. And you don't have control of Waterdeep or Loudwater yet, but it has a +6, and you're technically the current standing mayor. So
I was the
Yay!
last one doing paperwork.
you can roll it for me. A d20 +6 statecraft roll to get Waterdeep's assistance.
20, baby!
A 14 was the DC, so that is an easy success. It's not a critical success, but it is
Nope.
a success. They are going to send a cavalry
Wait, there's critical successes on these checks?
on all
Yep.
of the kingdom checks, yes.
Ooh.
You need a 24 for a critical on that one, but that would be a tough one to hit. But either way, they send an army. They're going to get a cavalry, or a small infantry, not a cavalry. Sorry, a small infantry.
It's two guys and a horse.
How much paperwork is going to be involved with getting an army?
I'd be doing a lot. I'm still injured. I'm still gonna do fucking paperwork. Let's go.
There's a bit of paperwork he has to do, but it's not too bad.
Don't worry, Aaron will help you. He no longer has to sleep.
They send over
I'm still injured.
an army. I can share the statistics here so you guys can know what that army can do. Let me see here. Infantry. And as mentioned, we're eventually going to get into warfare and all of those rules, and they also have critical successes and all of that. But let me find.
Perfect. World domination will suffice.
That's the idea.
Ah!
Here it is. I'll share it into chat. Yeah. Let me do that.
Discord, Twitch chatter. Oh, there we go.
Boom. That is the infantry they're going to send. Now, it's not here immediately. They have about a week on foot to get here. So they're
Give
going
them
to take
3 days.
So they're going to take about a week. And they will be here to help defend the city. Sorry, I got a Discord message that confused me. But that's about it. So they are on the way. You did succeed. Just not an instant, like, here's an army dropped right in. But they'll be here in a week. They're on their way. Anything else you guys do as this battle concludes, as the afternoon starts to come in? We can go one by one. Unless there's anything
Elli
you
is
guys want to talk about.
Elli is setting up that relief center in the town hall. I don't know if you want her to roll anything for that or just kind of leave it as a narrative note.
No, I'm sorry, you were setting up a healing center. There's actually, let's just kind of like, this is mostly for flavor again, because you technically don't have a kingdom yet. But I will allow these things to stand.
We still care about them.
Yeah, I'll allow it to stand if you do decide to take over Loudwater. But let's just, let's see, that would be... creative solution. No, not that one, I don't think.
Provide aid is one, I think, right?
Provide aid is to provide aid to another ally.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ignore me, I'm dumb.
provide care is one. Yeah, that's it. That'll work. It's a defense roll technically, but provide care. Soothe the wounds, worries, and fears of the populace. DC 14, and you have a +6 defense.
Alrighty.
They are rather wounded.
Let's see.
And there's currently unrest in the city, and that's also a mechanic of the kingdom, and this will possibly remove some of the unrest.
Nice.
16.
That's 16. With that is just a success. I'll share this here so you can see just what you're doing. On a success, your care soothes the worries and fears of the populace. The unrest goes down by 1. Bring it down to 2. Was it 3? So that is a success.
Alrighty.
And how about that's Mari, that's Ellie, Baldric.
I would like to do one little thing too, if I can use my perception to go to the general store to clear out the rubble to see if I could find the 2 owners, even though the likely chances are low.
Oh yeah,
Would like to
guards
see
are.
if-
I mean, you're not the only person, clearing rubble, but you can go over there and check throughout the afternoon. Nobody's immediately cleaning it up, but guards are immediately looking for, checking to see who's wounded,
Survivors.
who's alive. Exactly. So you head over. There's some guards checking there. Throw me a perception.
Oh, come on.
That's a 6.
Ugh.
I'm gonna roll for Oleg. I'm gonna roll for Svetlana.
No.
What? What do you mean no? You don't know what I'm rolling.
I feel like I do.
Oh well. All right. Well, tell me. What does that mean?
One of them is alive and one of them is taken or dead.
Nope.
No? Okay.
No. It was even odd. Even's alive. Odd is dead.
Oh.
They're both alive.
Yay!
However, on a 6, you are not the one that helps find them. You walk by just seeing destruction. Just walking past. Guards
Can I
do
use
find
my-
them eventually, but
Oh, good.
just
I was
not.
gonna say, can I
it
use
just
my
wasn't.
mage hand
It just
to
wasn't
help me?
you in this case with a 6. That's all. But they're alive. They get out. We'll move them out of there.
Get them into the medical tents, I guess.
And let's throw it to Baldric. Baldric, what do you want to do? And I'll try to correlate it to a potential kingdom activity.
You're trying to save the people. I'm trying to save the booze in the general store. I've got to make sure that it isn't all run through. There's good dwarven ale and good elven whiskey in there. I gotta go search and find it amidst
Okay.
the rubble.
Let's say. No, I'll find something here. Give me a second.
Be a luxury.
Yeah, it could be a luxury. I like that. Luxury good. Which one is that under? That's is that purchase a
Arts.
luxury?
There's purchase and there's craft. Craft is under arts.
Purchase commodity. And you'd be going for a luxury good. It'd be a trade check. I'll share this. And technically, it's not like this is normally meant for like trading between kingdoms that you're friends with, but we'll just say that this is you saving it from your kingdom. So give me a d20 plus 5, DC 14. That's a
Yes,
dirty
buddy.
20. That's a success. 2 commodities of your chosen type. Expend 8 if you're purchasing luxury, or 4 for RP. So these are going to be, we're going to put it under food. But we're going to say that you save 2 food. All right. You quickly check out the taverns and some of the storerooms, some of the sheds that are destroyed. Clear those out and find a few extra casks of ale. Let's throw it to Aram. You didn't go, right? Aram, how about you?
Nope, I have not yet.
What would you do?
Let's just see. I'm going to go to the apothecary and see what can be saved out of the supplies. Maybe if someone's survived there.
Okay.
Who knows?
I completely forgot about medicinal alcohol. You're a genius, Aram.
Oh no. You head over to the apothecary to try to find supplies as well. You can make that same roll. It's a plus 5.
What am I rolling? Just a d20?
D20 plus 5, yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a d12, but
Aw.
it's
can we keep the...
It counts. No.
it's technically still enough, but no. Roll me a d20, please.
If it fails, I demand a reroll. That's a d12 again? No.
A d12
It's
plus
the second
5.
to the last,
Oh,
buddy.
God.
I know. I just need to read. Oh, God.
11.
Of course.
Use your inspiration.
I'm gonna just say that. Listen, the 16 entertained me. I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's a minimum 16 there. You succeed. We'll say that you get. We're not gonna say food on this one. I'm gonna say 2 luxury. These are all different. Like each one is a different commodity. And I'll talk about the kingdom sheet and stuff maybe at the end of session. So not too bad. I marked
I
all that
can't
down.
believe I rolled a 16 on a d12.
It's a good roll. Got an 11 on the dice.
What a dumbass.
Well, that's what all you kind of do for the afternoon. Eventually, the night kind of starts to set in. The searches for the bodies, for people, kind of stops for the afternoon until the morning, as everyone is thoroughly exhausted. Captain Harrowleaf, suffering heavy losses, he still comes over. He is extremely grateful to the assistance that you gave him at the gate. Although he lost many of his people, it was because of you that you kept the walls, that you stopped the heavy onslaught, that they turned away so quickly.
We're gonna build a wall.
And he expresses some pretty heavy gratitude to you all.
Are you a drinker, Harold?
He says, no, my elven blood doesn't take too well to it, unfortunately. Some wine here and there is okay.
That's a load of barnacles. Elli says, drinking heavy liquor.
He just looks and says, right.
That's my girl.
Ooh.
Harley
Since
says,
when?
well, you all have a good night together, though. I'm gonna, I got a lot of families to reach out to.
All right. Very well, then. Good luck to you, lad. Keep your feet on the ground.
He nods.
You got some excellent guards there, Captain.
Lost a lot of excellent ones too today. He heads up. The rest of the town is pretty quiet for the afternoon. People are upset, but a lot of people are displaced. You do find a small crowd outside of the town hall looking for shelter. The temple is somewhat full.
Mm-hmm.
The
course,
stables
let
being
them in.
saved takes a few people in as well. And the
The
taverns,
town hall should have rooms.
the taverns obviously fill up. The town hall does have a few extra rooms, and you guys can clear the tables out and kind of lay bedrolls out in the main hall, like a large makeshift kind of hall for people. And a lot of the townsfolk then will come in. The afternoon comes to a close. If there's anything you all want to add, any conversation you have with each other?
So after the relief,
Mari wanted to explore the hidden passage that you talked about last time while he was in the office. There's something that he wants to check that he couldn't last time.
There's a basement to the mansion. I can throw the map on there. There's nothing down there at the moment, but it has like a whole little maze section.
That's amazing.
I'm not going to throw it onto there right now. It has a maze and a vault. That's pretty much it. You have to get through the maze to get to the vault. But it's not the hardest. It takes you a little while. It's dark, full of cobwebs, but yeah. And it's hidden behind
Dark
a
vision
hidden
helps.
bookshelf.
Yes. Dark vision helps.
that's Ellie's room.
Animals.
You also get
You
the
don't know
sense-
about it.
you
I'm
get
the
the
only
s-
one that does.
You get the sense that Moonfire knew about it. It looks like somebody had been down here, not that long ago.
Yeah.
Gee, never would have seen that coming.
So, Ellie is open to any conversations anyone wants to have with her, but she is spending her night gathering as many like big pots as she can and getting all these fires ready to be made. So in the morning, like crack of dawn, she's going to be making just pots and pots of oatmeal that she's going to give out to free for everyone. She's dipping into her own resources and just gathering as much food as she can to have just breakfast available for everyone tomorrow morning.
We
in
do
town.
have plenty of rations that we bought, too.
And I'd asked like the stables and some other places to pitch in if they could. I don't know why I said the stables, but you get the idea.
The
Oats.
taverns, yeah.
Yeah, they might have oats. They probably have a decent amount.
The horse is like, no.
You prepare a
Mari-
feast for the next day, whatever you can start to cook, something easy, something that you can make a lot of. There's a lot of displaced people. But you do so. We'll move to that next morning. So you're prepping food, so everybody comes to wake up. It's a brand new day. Myrtle the 26th. The attack fades. The dust settles. A lot of the settlements destroyed. I'm going to add a new map soon for next session, but a lot of these buildings are destroyed.
Would I be able to talk to my patron during that night?
Sure. You find a moment alone, your own chambers, the darkness in the room growing ever darker. What do you do?
Basically, just if I'm in my room, then I'm probably going to just be thinking of the Sealy Court. And imagining being there, calling my patron.
Throw me, actually, let me double check. We'll say your spellcasting mod. Throw me a charisma check.
Just a sec, I have to find my character sheet again.
You have a +4.
I know, I just want to use the character sheet. Not bad, not bad.
15. You reach out towards your patron. Oops, I clicked on the wrong song, and it's very loud. We'll turn it down.
Oh, I guess the court's in session.
As the night comes to and you start to kind of reach out, trying to speak to Titania. You don't do this too often. I don't think you've done it at all since
Not yet.
being placed in this situation. You're not super
we've been
sure
busy.
how it works, but kind of go into a meditation. Begin to think. Your thoughts becoming something that start to kind of strain your mind. You start to notice kind of a strange green glow in the room. And as your eyes open back up, you're back in that chamber in front of Titania. Titania, let me find your image.
I see Baldric's traveling from tavern to tavern.
Hi.
Is there music on this scene? Is that what this is? There is. I'll turn it down. As you find yourself in front of her once again, throw me a perception with disadvantage. The image this time, you're not in that same room. It's kind of almost like looking through a glossy window. But you almost feel like you're there.
Oh, that's good.
You can't quite notice anything too out of the ordinary, though. It looks like the right situation. As you look up, you see Titania, the Summer Queen. She looms over you almost 4 or 5 times the size. Kind of kneels down, the arm outstretching, a branchy-like finger. Small fairies flickering about it.
I will begin by bowing to her. My lady, it has been too long.
Arise, my champion. For you've no need to bow. How has your conquest of the realms gone?
It has not been without its troubles. We have been meeting some very interesting and exceptional foes that could not be predicted.
And the construction of your kingdom, it is your fate.
Yes, we are making strides. However, we have decided to explore our options a little more before settling down.
You notice that she seems to kind of act a little bit different than the last time that you saw her. Roll me an insight.
Yeah.
She seems to be taking a moment in between each word, kind of talking slowly. 17. Throw me a medicine check as well.
She's on that za.
Yeah, those rolls.
She seems weakened.
Are you unwell, my lady?
She kind of catches her breath and stands back up, fades a bit further away from you, where she almost becomes harder to see. And she says, I am not. The creation of your kingdom and the building of a larger following is necessary. Your deeds are not just for your own fate, but for those of everyone here, back home.
Very understood. I would wish to inform you that it seems that there's a plot afoot, and you seem to be a part of it in some way. I'm not sure if they've informed you of this or not.
Just rolling 2 things for her in private. You can tell that she is kind of still acting strange beyond just looking sickly.
Oh yeah, no. I only asked if she was feeling unwell because that's the easiest way to say it.
Mhm. She looks down and says, what is it that you've reached out to me for?
Do you have any... You have much experience in military conquest. There seem to be a lot of giant attacks going on lately. Would you have any idea on how this could be... on what could be done to prevent this?
I have placed one of my most faithful chosen on that task. She should have
Very
reached
well.
out to you by now.
I will keep that in mind.
Has she
Sorry
not?
for taking up so much of your time.
If she's
Sorry,
not,
you were saying.
if she's not found you yet, then find her. She's an elven woman, one of great power. You'll note the power, similar to yours, comes from me. Take this with you to grow your own, and find your kingdom built before the time. And she goes to kind of stop herself from coughing, but she doesn't quite do it. And she kind of coughs and some green blood drips from her mouth. At which point she kind of pulls back again. This task is urgent. Please. And you see something manifest kind of on your lap. Looks like some type of staff.
You are too kind.
You see she kind of just waves and the image starts to fade.
All right. Thank you. Now, what of next morning?
But it is quite a strange, let's say, interaction with her. Your other interactions were a bit more formal, direct. She wasn't as hidden.
Yeah, she shouldn't be scared of things.
Something's going on. She wasn't
Oh,
acting
yeah.
like herself at all. You still failed the deception check, unfortunately, but let me load Loudwater again. Actually, you know what? We don't need to be on the Loudwater map right now. Let's just do this map. So we might even get moving. Who knows? As the next morning comes to, there's a lot of townsfolk that are kind of in an uproar. But this does leave a small opportunity. Some of the guards want revenge. Some of the townsfolk want revenge. There's a possibility here for you guys, meta-wise, to recruit a hireling, if you want one, to add a rank to your party. And you'll be able to choose what they are. They'll match your class or your level. They'll match the amount of experience they absorb from the pools as well, though. But you are welcome to bolster your ranks, and this is an opportune time to do so.
I think this is a good idea.
If you wish to, you guys can talk that
uh,
out.
Yeah, if anything, we can definitely hire the Nick, would you say that right now food is an issue in Loudwater or going to be an issue?
So the one thing about Loudwater is that it's actually its main commodity is food. It's a farmland. So, if anything, everything else is an issue in Loudwater. Food is the only thing they got.
All right, I was gonna say if we hunt the tusk gutter and take its meat for Loudwater, I thought that was going to help with the unrest.
I
Or
mean,
can
it
help.
can't not help.
Yep.
You can
That's the
throw a
only
pretty
thing.
good barbecue with that.
Yeah. I like
Tuskgunner's just kind of like a local legendary boar. He's not killing him wouldn't be more meat than killing a regular boar, but
Oh, I thought this was like a huge boar.
he's
Okay.
a little
No.
bit bigger.
Yeah. And their followers too will be a nice barbecue.
Yeah, but
Get
that
a,
wouldn't
like another
really, that wouldn't be
another
enough
festival
wouldn't be enough to like
of surviving.
change Loudwater's situation or anything, you know.
A small like festival of hey, we lived.
Oh no, festival can. Festival's one of your kingdom activities too. But you guys, again, you got to establish a kingdom. You got to claim a hex.
Yeah.
And you would have to claim Loudwater. Otherwise, Sunstein takes care of that.
So my thought is we recruit that guard that was with us that was absolutely sniping those
Yep.
giants. We set him
I've
up
Already
as
said that we've already been told a few times that we're probably not going to be able to get that exact person.
No, I said you guys can recruit right now. There's some guards. You guys can tell me who you
Yeah.
recruit. I'm fine with that.
Oh, are they going to go up in level then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna match.
Okay.
They're gonna match your level.
we get her or him. I don't think we actually know their gender, but
You guys get to actually make the character here. So.
all right,
Ooh.
cool. I'm thinking ranger.
Yeah.
Get some archery that can help us kind of traverse there. If they get higher level, we can get past without trace. That'd be big for us.
Fits the guard
Yeah, I was going to
category.
say that I'm not good at building other characters, so Ellie, I think you know how to build a ranger correctly.
Brax
Oh.
Knuckles.
So go right ahead and do so.
Would you guys want to do that right now, or do you guys want to do that in the background later?
I can throw together a ranger in 15 minutes. I gotcha.
Yeah, and probably in the background, but for the most part, we can still discuss on what we
We're still
can do
level 5,
for
right?
Loudwater.
Yeah,
Yes.
all the same character creation rules as well. So I think we got a free feat at level 1. We did. So make sure you do that free feat, and then,
There was Master Ranger. That's a good one to give to them.
and then there's optional resources. Yeah. So
Might go Fey Wanderer. Kind of fits with the theme of the party. Make us Aram happy. Do I need to set this one to public, or does that only matter for
you do for it to
actual
import.
PCs?
No, you do
All right,
for it
then
to
I will do
import,
that.
yeah. But yeah,
Homebrew.
make a ranger in the background. I like that. What level are we? 5?
Yes.
5. Okay.
Do it well, 'cause
Everybody
that's what-
take a long rest on your character sheet. Make sure you do that.
I think we've all done
All
that
set.
already, except for Baldric.
Except for Baldric.
Well, time for me to rest.
He's done drinking for the day.
He's super
4
drunk.
a.m.
It's the morning. He just passes out on the dock.
not manual.
But no, we do move to the next day, and while you're making that ranger, you guys can talk about what you're doing, what your next step is, where you're going.
Yeah. I guess can we continue to look if more people survived, like the smith and apothecary. I know if we want to roll for that too, Nick.
No, the majority of people are
I'm
dead.
positive that the Smith's dead. I am completely and totally sure, positive, and yeah.
I
Smith,
feel
yeah,
like
gone.
there's some ulterior motive here, Baldric.
No, 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 no,
You know, we need to roll
none
for the
here.
Smith.
I mean, the smithy's
Um,
gone, so yeah, sure. Let's roll.
Ca-
Let's roll to see if she's alive.
She lives. She
All right.
lives.
All
Should we
right.
roll for the lady from the apothecary? Or,
She's alive, but that morning you find her packing her stuff. That what she can find. She says, "My house and the whole smithy's gone. Family got killed. I'm gonna make my way to Waterdeep. See if I can't find a job there."
Elli, you are now the only Smith.
I can't. If it's possible, can I talk to her and stop her and let her know that we are building a kingdom close by? It's not settled yet, but when it is, can you come by and become our blacksmith?
Throw me just a regular persuasion, because I don't think you've ever really talked to her or anything, right?
No. Nope.
Says McGuffin.
That's what we were going to do today.
10.
She says, I'll keep it in mind, but I gotta make some coin. Gotta rebuild everything. I don't know if a new kingdom's the place to do it, or if...
Hey, Baldric Thirsty Beard.
He wants more. Okay. I thank you for the consideration, though. Just
She,
keep that in mind.
she looks over at drunk Baldric. She says, well, first of all, I don't like drinkers. And second of all, you're far too short. And she walks away.
Mans cannot catch a break.
I'm
He's not the
actually
Riz
so
guy anymore.
dwarf.
You see,
Next thing is
he
that
takes a heavier
go ahead.
swig of alcohol.
Next thing is that I would like to investigate one of the surrounding areas around
Yes.
Loudwater. Which area would you guys like me to investigate? The one to the left of Loudwater or the two
Are
tiles
you
above?
guys on the move?
We can investigate a day, right? We don't have to
No,
move.
it's when you're on the move.
Oh, we're on the move.
Yeah,
Never
it's
mind.
like
Wait a bit.
part
Then.
of part of your movement. You kind of go as close as you can to find a vantage point and take a look. So I mean, are you guys moving around today? That might be the case, but let's chat. What are you doing?
Well, everyone, I think even though they're supplied with many food, a nice barbecue party to lift their spirits might help. A nice fine boar should help that.
Well, that would help, but obviously we need to go deal with these giants. We know where they're going. They're in the direction we're already planning on heading. So while I agree that this barbecue would help, it needs to be done very quickly, within today, and then we need to get a move on.
We don't have to stay. It only takes a half a day to go by to the next place and half a day to come back after. I think a little war should be easy enough for us. But if you think your people at the society that can help us, I wouldn't mind if we go as well. Maybe they can help the situation. I don't know how much, but
Hard to say. We could be meeting one person and we could be meeting an entire cell. I don't really know.
and let's find out then. I take that chance any day. Any help is good help.
We're gonna move the infantry a day out here.
Let's go boy horse and make to the society then, I guess, guys.
Oh, I guess it's only 3.5 days if they're on horse. Well, they're not on horse though. Or is that? No, that is actually. Yeah, because it's half a day if you're on horse. Yeah, so it's going to take them a week. All right. Yeah, if you guys all pack up, get on your horses, get everything together. We get on
I
the
would tell
move.
Sudstein we'll be back. Maybe we can get some help along the way to help Loudwater as much as we can.
All
But
right.
if not, take care. You're in charge, of course, Sunstein.
He says,
We are going to look if we could find any more survivors and bring them back.
You're all going after that alone? You're not waiting for the army?
They're here for you, for Loudwater. You guys are... Luckily, the wall still stands, but the other south wall is quite damaged.
You're crazy. You think you can take all them on alone? You sure about this?
Yep.
At all.
Nope, but we're going to try, at least. We might not have to take them all. Surprise can be a great help. Right, Baldric? Remembering the
Aye.
Goblin Cave?
Especially when you launch a dwarf out of a cannonball. Or get the catapult, I mean.
Oh
See, I
my
can't even
god,
speak, I'm so
Baldric's
drunk.
never gonna get thrown by a Styrian!
We can't do that anymore. We have to find a Styrian first.
It's ruined.
But we always could do scouting, too, to make sure they're in that general location.
Go ahead and do a scouting before you guys head out. Where do you look?
I guess the route, right? We're gonna... half a day. I guess we're gonna land right here. So I'm gonna check our surrounding area right there, I guess.
Oh, it's got to be
Didn't we
a...
also
We're
go
not
check this one?
scouting on
Because-
Lork.
So, guys, it's got to be a hex next to you, so it can be one of the ones
Yeah.
next to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are we not going to your place that's here, Ellie?
You can move half
we
a
are.
day first, and then scout.
Yeah. Well,
That's-
why do
that's
you want to
okay.
go down here?
So you can
I
go...
want to scout here because we were considering
Oh.
starting there.
Okay,
Not
then we
that
go
we are
down
starting
and
now.
scout
That
that.
might not
then
be a
let's
bad
go-
idea.
Well, we don't have
Okay.
to go down to scout it, I don't think, right?
You can
No,
No,
we just have to be
we
by
can go right here
Guys,
and then
guys,
we
guys,
can be
guys,
right here.
guys.
Oh.
Let me answer. Half a day to move. Okay. So you're here. You can go half a day. All right. And then you can scout anything that you're touching. Okay.
So I would recommend we move here and then scout
Mhm.
here.
Agreed.
Because
Alright.
we already know we're going to Lork. So we don't have to scout ahead. We're already moving through it anyway. So we'll get a look at what's in there.
Okay.
Yep.
Half a day over towards Tusk Gutter's lair. You guys have not cleared this yet, so there will be something here. But as you're making your way over, go ahead and roll me a perception check, DC 16 for this hex. It is in the next zone.
Perception.
One person can make it with advantage. Your allies can help you, but you don't need it, I don't think. Roll it with advantage, because if you hit a crit, or just roll it one more time, because if you hit a crit, then you'll get a little extra info.
Nope.
That's okay. That is a success. What you find in that hex. A very large snapping turtle den.
God.
Turtle
Perfect.
soup. Once
We
we
will
clear
turn
that
them into
hex.
pets.
Oh, we went two very different directions.
Old crack. Are you telling me there's a legendary boar and a legendary turtle?
Yep.
Fuck.
There's also
And
a
then
hunting lodge where you can learn about more stuff. Just gotta find it.
Then we go toward Lork and set up camp for there for the night, right?
No. We find Tuskcutter's lair.
Oh,
That's
you
the
have
first
to
thing we
interact
to
with
deal
that.
Oh yeah. You guys can try to stealth around it with a stealth check, but if not, then we are potentially getting into a boar fight here.
Aldrich, do you understand what stealth means?
Now the first thing is, I think there's a chance that he's not here. So let me double check that. 'Cause I think he might. There's like a percentage chance that when you show up, he's not even at his lair. I think. Here it is.
It's a good thing we have a ranger with us. We're
Yes,
still level 5,
definitely.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Boars are among the more aggressive wild animals in the Grey Vale, but none are more notorious than Tuskcutter. Let's see. Okay, so first there's a rickety bridge to get over. No, wait, no, that's the different area. Where's Tuskcutter? Here it is. Oh, no, that is it. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, it's not the bridge. You can see an ill-tempered beast, identifiable by the distinct gray bristles in his face. Tuskcutter has a hollow beneath a large, fallen pine tree, and the tree branches create a natural shelter, currently littered with bones. Tuskcutter spends part of his day foraging. There's a D6 flat check to see if he's here. So on a D20, I have to hit above a 6.
Oh,
Nope.
He's not home right now. You guys can pass right by, or you can wait the rest of the day for him to come back and set up. That's your
I
option
think we
right
should
now.
set up a trap.
Well, do we want to deal with this on the way back?
No.
yeah.
Because that way we can kill it, bring it back to the village, and not have to waste half a day just taking the boar back to do
Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, which way do we go?
Lork.
To Lork.
Set up camp.
There is no way that we can go that is not towards Lork with with Baldric.
Yeah.
All right. Lork. Lork. Rebuild Lork as your starting town. Lork, as you guys arrive, is in ruin. The city is mostly destroyed. But the one thing that you all see is that there are like some of the houses have like makeshift kind of like teepees using pieces of the roof and different pieces of building and material that it seems like the giants have found. And you notice that it is infiltrated with giants, hill giants.
Oh.
Hill giants specifically. And there's quite a few of them. And we're actually going to do a couple checks here. So starting off, you guys can do perception checks just before we even get into anything. All 4 of you can.
All right. Are you gonna put it up, or should we just do it?
No, just throw a perception for me.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Let me
Oh no.
let me roll the weather.
Oh. 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, it is 10 middle line. Heavy cloud cover.
Ooh.
So it's not bright. I'm going to say it's dim light. And on a 2, there is a thunderstorm. So it is a heavy, rainy thunderstorm right now.
Brilliant.
Yep. Showing you
Reindeer is
our
done, by the way.
rolls.
And 9 is the temperature. It's not actually, it's not too bad. It could have been a lot colder. It's like middle of the line. So, a cloudy, rainy afternoon. You guys start to trek through the mud over a river. There's a broken bridge that goes over to Oralbar, which is stationed in that center kind of cove. You guys are on the southern side of this river, of the Dalambar. You notice that it fades into the mountains, and there's what looks like a large mine in the distance. You can just tell right off the bat there's a mine in that direction. But the city is filled with hill giants. And you all are going to have to make a decision here what you want to do. To fight them would be to fight meta-wise, it would be like an onslaught, a couple waves. It'd be pretty difficult, I think, at your level. Not necessarily meant for your level just yet, but it is something you could do. A bunch of hill giants kind of rushing forward in different waves. They would come in different times. You could try to do it stealthily, but you would think, unless you can kill them immediately, which they're hill giants, they're going to sound an alarm and get the whole city to kind of start to move towards you. You see all these small burrows where they're living in. You can inspect further with a stealth roll. And on the perceptions, Baldric...
I haven't rolled yet. 1 second.
Okay, yeah, throw me a perception.
Sorry. Ranger stuff. I was getting some that done.
Yeah.
So it's dark out, which means I get advantage, right?
It's dim light.
So just normal roll then.
I don't know. I forget what your rules were on that.
Because we're not following the rules as written, and I always have to ask.
We're not? What's your rules as written on it?
Because we made it slightly better, I think. Because we agreed that them getting superior dark vision and all that being was an extra 60 feet was kind of cringe. I don't know. We should probably talk about it a little more at some point, because I don't think we ever actually hammered it down.
I thought we typed it out, but yeah, we'll write it in there, maybe after this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just roll normal then.
Yeah, we'll say normal, because it is still daytime. It's not nighttime right now. In nighttime or in darkness, we give you advantage. That's still a 16, though, so not too
Should
bad.
I roll for the Ranger? I have her built.
No, 16's good enough.
Right.
In the distance, you spot the floating cloud city. It's over here.
Hey.
I'll draw it on the map. Just draw a little cloud.
So what's the deal with the floating cloud city? Floating cloud city? Again?
Well, the Giants had mentioned cloud giants. I don't know if that was a throwaway joke or not.
During the
Elli
fight,
knew that.
there was a cloud giant castle above the city. Cloud giants were throwing stones down. Frost giants were commanding an army of hill giants to siege the walls and kidnap people. So you see a whole bunch of giants working together. You didn't see any fire giants.
Nor any storm giants, hopefully. Sweats.
No, you didn't notice any storm giants. So, what do we do?
I think stealth is a pretty good option.
Try to get
Are we going to stealth to go by them or
investigate
stealth
further.
in?
You can do either
Get a
or.
better idea.
Yeah. You could try to stealth past them, or you could try to stealth into their base.
I'd like to go by. I think it's time. I think we should. Sorry, go ahead. No, it's you.
Okay. With the Ranger, they're with us, right? Just to clarify.
Yep.
We have this hireling.
Yep.
We now have Pass Without Trace. That gives everyone a +10 to their stealth. So
we're gonna have to build.
I feel fairly confident in our ability to move in.
But it'd be hard to. Okay, moving in and scouting more, yes, but is there a reason why we want to stay in Lork right now?
I don't think we want to stay in Lork. I think we just want to get more information.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't mind to do that then.
If you think we can go all the way through the center of town and then continue on our way, I think that's fine. However, I think we should try and convince Baldric that coming back later is a better idea so we can smash their faces in more efficiently.
I agree with that.
What else you say?
You're telling me I have to wait? Those hill giants are desecrating me ancestral homeland. I can't just sit back and watch.
We can desecrate them later as revenge, Baldric. But right now, we are not well stacked in the sense.
But if you had
We
more
are-
experience, you could take him out with one hit.
Let me double check how hard a hill giant is. I know you guys took out quite a few last time.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they throw rocks that
Styrian
one-shot
took
us.
out quite a few.
Yeah.
They throw rocks that one-shot us. No, thank you.
They're CR5. You guys are suited to kill one or two. The first grouping you see, you had successful perceptions. The first grouping you see is 3. The next one is 2. Then you see a patrol of 4 walking around the city. You guys could stealth in for more information.
2, 3, 4. So we're currently seeing 9.
There's little houses. The first house has 3. The second has 2. And then there's a patrol that walks the streets of 4.
No
And
frost.
you're,
Oh,
and
we
you're
don't know
just
if
on
there's
the, you're
frost
just on the
giants.
edge of town. It
Yeah,
doesn't
I
it
guess,
doesn't look like most of the buildings are flattened. Some of them have occupants.
Here's what I think, Baldric. We could risk the fight now and risk further desecrating your family's homeland. Or we can come back and guarantee that the glorious ballads of Lork will be sung for millennia on. Rather than die here.
Fine. The argument makes more sense when it's coming from your mouth. Very well.
And don't you forget it.
Oh, I won't. Weeks.
She's become much more self-conscious of those and kind of looks away from you for a second.
As you do so, do you guys stealth in for more information, or do you just pass by?
I think we
Guess
want
we stealth in. Pass it without a trace, right?
Yep.
Pass without a trace. I will request this one. Hang on. Where's our party? They're over here on the left. Aram's kidnapped. Rhea's not here.
But
I'll request
I'm not kidnapped.
I said Aram. I moved Asterion. I moved the right token. Okay. Hang on.
You're going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
Oh no, I didn't mean to auto roll. Ignore that. Ignore that. I meant to request a
Oh,
roll.
come on.
thank
That's
goodness.
No.
I
Request.
get a natural 20.
No.
Because that
no,
was a
that's
6.
Perception. That's perception. I did it wrong again. Request.
plus 10.
Do I
guess
roll
this is
now,
gonna
or
get-
We'll do a plus 10 to the total. It's fine.
Do we have...
advantage?
The total group DC. I mean,
Hang on. So it's lightly obscured?
lightly obscured. It's foggy out. Raining.
Is that affecting the DC any, or...
Let me actually double check what it does to perception for the giants.
It gives disadvantage, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it does.
Bless you.
That was a burp.
I'm aware.
Yeah, disadvantage for sure. So yeah, it's gonna be a big help. It's already foggy, and you guys are gonna make a fog cloud around you. Each of you roll that for me.
Right.
Click the dice there.
Do I bother rolling for Ranger Lady?
24.
Yeah, if you have her number out. Yeah.
I do.
Throw me a roll.
So this first roll is... Oh, no, I do this for Ellie.
$17.
Wow, that was the most pitiful
17.
roll I've ever seen.
Well, just remember, we have a plus 10 to everything.
We do?
Yep.
Okay, and a 14 total. So let me total them all up because I gotta add that 14 in
17,
there.
24, 24, 17,
All right,
14.
that doesn't help me, unfortunately, when you do it out loud.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking in my head.
Hey,
Sorry
I was
about
saying it
that.
out loud, though. Hang on.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Yeah, see, I messed up because I don't know where I was. Hang on.
Hang on.
Let me
Sorry.
let me just add it all.
Go
Give
ahead.
me a second.
Okay.
14, 7, 7, 4. And then divide by 5, 9.2. We're adding 10 to the total, so you're at a 19, which is good. The hill giants. The first 3 as you pass by. They have disadvantage, so -5 to their total. Just do.
Still make it.
I don't know if they will.
I was gonna say I probably would have given someone a bardic inspiration,
It's
but
an
I didn't
11.
think about it.
They don't see you. You guys pass through pretty easily. And then I'm just gonna take, for the most part, I'm gonna take their passive for a lot more of these houses here, because it would take a while to roll each of these hill giants. So what you start to spot as you make your way through what is Lork is that in total, it appears that there's about 24 hill giants living here. You're going to have to come up with something or wait for that army to take this on. However, I want perception checks, individual ones, as you make your way through, to try to spot survivors, kidnapped victims, townsfolk.
Just
Perception.
normal roll?
Each of you.
I'll give Mari bardic inspiration.
Oh, that was so close
D6
to
or
17.
The
Oh,
D8
what?
now.
Okay.
Just 1
Yeah, that's plenty,
That
Mari.
is.
That's plenty. 23. You very easily spot what appears to be a large, almost built in the center of the river. Let me see if I have an image. I do. Let me just pull it up. You know what? I'll just go to the map and I'll screenshot it. That's probably gonna be easier. What's it called again, though? It's not that one, not this one. Damn, is it Green Gripe? I don't think it is. No. Hang on. It's gonna take me a minute to find the right map. I really gotta get used to these names. Did I not import it? Yeah, let me just double check the compendium for the picture of it. Because you guys get all the way through here and you find this main base. And, I'll just search Hill Giant. There it is. But you see this large, like, structure that they're all living in. Man, I wish I could find the right picture. Send you an image of the army. I found the right spot. Just gotta find the right picture. Let me send you this image of the army, at least. Marching through.
Oh, good God.
That's all of you hiding. Not being found right now. As they have overtaken Lork. And there's, meta-wise, they actually have an army here. It has army stats. So you will want your cavalry. But there are small fights you could try to take. It would just be difficult. There's a lot of hill giants in Lork.
Who seems to be the leader? Or is it kind of just like a group of giants and there's not really an organization at all?
I'm trying to find the image of this center house because there's this large central structure. There's a whole battle map for it. I'm just trying to find it because it got lost in this. It's like an 800-page module. It's just insane. Oh, is this it? No. You know what? I'm just going to go back in game. It's going to be easier to find. Kingmaker maps. Might be easier to find. I mean, none of those ones. Here it is. I think. Nope, that's the frost giant one. I need to find it because we're gonna go there if anything. Overlook? No, that's not it. Botu Village. I think that's the Bogards. That's the Bogards. Okay, hang on. It's gonna be one of these folders. Okay, it's not the stronghold. I already did that one. Selling Hills, Green Crate. It's not Green Crate. Actually, I don't see it on the maps. I'm gonna have to find it. I know there's a map for it. I'm just struggling right now to actually find it. But you see this large stronghold of giants floating in the center of the river, kind of built up with a lot of the remains that they've taken of the structures. And they've built this large place that you actually find all of the giants seem to be mostly living in, and they have the slaves in there. You can actually hear people. It sounds like they're being tortured. Oh, apparently they have a picture of Baldric in here. I'm just gonna take that picture.
I know you have a picture of me, Nick. I know I haunt your dreams.
I'm gonna share it. Doesn't
Hey!
fighting through some stuff? I don't know. Kind of looks like him.
Where's the war pick?
Yeah, it's not really Baldric. Let me see.
Wait, he has the crossbow.
Oh, he does. Yes.
Man, it's back.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this thing is so stupidly huge. That's the hunting grounds. That's the.
So that's what we see in the middle, right, Nick? Is this guy right here? This dwarf?
In the middle?
Yeah.
In the middle of what?
You said in the middle of town we see someone.
No. I was just joking. This is pretty much all you see. You see this large structure in the center that is like a main hub, like their main house. I'm really struggling to find it, but I'm really trying to find the image of it. Because there is a really cool image of it. If I could just locate it. I just totally space on what its name is in this module, because I rename everything for 5e.
By the way, Ellie, I'm not sorry. I have informed Rhea of your incredible skill checks.
Two successes are better than none. Smile.
Yeah. She's now trying to figure out how Baldric got 4 of them.
The war pick.
The war pick. It was the war pick.
Yeah,
It was
never
the-
underestimate the war pick.
Nope.
How is
It's
this
a fucking
so
meme.
impossible to find?
Oh, that water went down the wrong tube. Pain. Oh man.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, guys. Well, talk it out. What do you want to do? You see this large structure that they're living in. You know people are kidnapped there, but at the same time, it does not look like an easy thing to infiltrate by any means.
How many guards?
In total, it looks like there's about 24 giants that you'd end up having to fight. But guards directly, they have like no guards on the doors. They just have these large openings. There's a bunch of giants in there cooking, chatting, doing stuff. No guards on the doors.
How long?
There's guards at the outside gate. You guys already got past that.
How long does Pass Without a Trace last, and how often can we use it?
I think it's for an hour. Pass out a trace, and it's possible that we can try to get couple people out. I have to lockpick everything, the cages. I'm assuming they're going to eat them. I don't think they're going to ransom them. So it's either we go in stealth, pick as many locks and cages as we can, pass out a trace as a group check, and see if we can get them out before they notice. We do have the element of darkness and weather on our side.
That's my thought as well. We could wait until nighttime as well, or see if any of them, more of them, go to sleep.
I think Baldric is the only one that doesn't have dark vision. Or is it you, Realm?
I have dark vision.
Nay, I have dark vision.
I have superior
Okay.
dark vision.
Then
We
pretty
don't.
much we could do as a stealth mission.
We could go to the Underdark and find some what's it called? Powder? Meet some deep gnomes? Blow up the wall and get everyone else out.
Oh my god.
It'd be cool if we have a distraction too.
Quick side trip to the Underdark, guys. 30 minutes.
I mean, we kind of already heading there anyways.
Get to another day and another day.
We don't
back.
have time for a quick side trip because giants eat every day.
Mm-hmm.
If we do this now, or we come in later and we don't save anyone.
It's true.
I do have silent image that I can distract them with. That's always a possibility. If we also take 10 minutes today so I can summon my familiar, which I haven't done yet. I can do it.
See, even more
I
so.
can
what we're
summon
doing
a
with
fae.
familiar.
So we're doing this, I guess. I
Mm,
think most
I think-
most of the
I think the better option is to send in the familiar and gain even more information and then come up with a plan.
And you know, sending in a familiar might still cause an alarm when they squish it and it poops away, depending on what happens. Might be fine.
I also have detect thoughts.
I also have the war pick.
Yeah.
You guys did stealth close enough, though, to see the main guy.
Are we thinking about an assassination?
That's the boss hill giant. You can tell he's sitting on kind of a large throne of bones, mammoth bones, it looks like, for the most part, that he has put together. And he seems to be the boss. Just a quick glance around the room, it's quite obvious.
Well, that could work well, but we need to come up with what we're going to do after we kill him.
Well, either way, we should probably get the captives out first.
Oh, see. They actually do have Baldric fighting giants. What the hell?
All right then.
They got through the gates and Baldric's fighting them.
I
That picture's too perfect.
Oh no.
Nice.
Let's go with the stealth rescue mission, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
A stealth rescue mission. You guys see that they have them in cages. They have them all kind of thrown together. It's not the greatest of cages, but they're locked up, and there's a dozen giants in this main hall. It's this large central hall, and they're eating. They're having a bit of like, let me change the music as well. They're having a bit of like a festival kind of moment. This is the second half of your travel, so it's the nighttime here, like 6 p.m. And the thunderstorm raining heavy, giving you good cover. Light pouring out from this large hill giant sized doorway into this large makeshift house, kind of a mud hut.
I guess I will sneak my way through, either by prestidigitation some light posts that are around to get them distracted and turn away from the actual cages. I can do that.
I sure. Roll a prestidigitation.
Well,
Onto
it's a
it's just a
cantrip.
casting a spell. You just
Yeah.
cast a prestidigitation. Some lights spawn just like a can. How big does a prestidigitation? Let me read the. I think it's just like a candle flicker, right? It's a small cantrip. Let me read it.
Yeah.
I could use thaumaturgy to make a sound somewhere.
Let me read what it says here. It says you create a non-magical trinket, you make a color, symbol or mark on a surface, you create a chill or warm flavor.
You
Clean
can
or soil an
instantly light
object
or snuff out candles,
1
torches,
cubic
or
feet.
small campfires.
A candle, torch, or small campfire. They do not have a small campfire. There are a couple torches. You could snuff one out.
Yeah. Snuff a couple out. It's on our way. I'm still in darkness, so they can't really see it so well.
You're trying to get into the actual place and do this, so it's man, I wish I could find this map. It's really gonna be a problem if I don't have it. Why don't we take 5? Let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get us on the map, because that'll help a lot. Let's do a 5 at least, and hopefully I find it by then. I've seen it before. I know it exists. I just gotta relocate it. 1 second. So this is not the proper map, so bear with me as I explain. This is the outer walls. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a big mud hut that they've built with all the wood and rubble from the town in the center of the river, like almost like a big beaver dam over it. And there's an entryway large enough for a hill giant up here that you guys are at. And then there's a southern exit as well, down on the south. And it's just like a big oval. Entry in, entry out. In the center, there's a huge bonfire. And in the back wall, you see 2 cages filled with locals, commoners.
Oh, of the campfire. I see.
So this is the campfire in the center. Oops, I just closed something I didn't mean to close. I open up a new window now. Okay, yeah, that's the campfire.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the campfire in the center.
Yeah. And I know it's not it because of the map, but right here is where the trapped people are, right?
On the bottom right, these 2 circles.
Oh, there.
Yes, these 2 circles. And then you'll see torches on each of these spots here. Maybe I can make it darker. That might help. Let me bring the lighting down. Actually, darkness level. There we go. And I'll try to drop cages in. But yeah, there's cages on the back right. There's a lot of hill giants in here. This would be as you peer in, this would be a tough thing to infiltrate. You guys are on the north side here. There's a group kind of huddled together with the pass without a trace up here on the north, peering in.
I think the best choice option is us going
And what you
around to the south
described,
side.
what you described was this, while putting out the light, which would have been probably death, because there's many giants. Even with pass without a trace, you'd be walking into their house.
So putting out that light will then make them notice us anyways, right?
It would make them notice the light go out. But then walking over here, they definitely inspect it, right? So, like, it might make some of them go inspect it. They might go relight it on the bonfire. But it would be tough.
So if we did this one, it would pull them away from that wall.
I mean, you could try to do some stuff. It would definitely come down to rolls, right? But if you guys trigger combat in this situation, it might be a little risky.
I mean, I can technically climb the wall, and I do have rope on my horse. If anything, let's go around to the southern part, right over here. And I will climb and scale the wall and tie the rope off to the building. So you guys can enter the building. And that's a way of enter and exiting the building.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
To scale the wall, it's like a dome. It's like a mud hut top to bottom with a circle on the top where the fire exhales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really wish I had the image. It's such a cool image, and I don't know what happened because they have this map and this image. I just cannot find it. I will for next session, but yes.
You know, I was kind of joking about going to the Underdark, but I mean, how many days travel is it from here? 1 day, right?
Yeah.
1 day.
You guys are almost to your location.
There's a good chance we could gain some allies, or at the very least some better equipment, if we do that first. And it'll be done quick.
It's true. I mean, I don't blame you.
We can't without
No.
suffering some major risk. It's just...
Yeah.
This is one of those situations that if we roll initiative, I'm positive you guys won't win. You might run away. You might run away. You definitely won't win.
I wouldn't try to fight.
I wouldn't
no, I
either.
know, but if we get some fumbled rolls, I mean, you know,
Because
whatever
we don't
whatever
have.
happens, happens. That's all I'm saying. So do what you would like. You know it's a dangerous situation.
I think we got to do Underdark first. That's
And
my 2
meta-wise,
cents.
you also can wait and send an army at these guys. They are an army. You can send an army at them and see the outcome. You could also build an army up. Which actually, guys, throw me insight checks, I'll say, or history. Either are good for this. It's about wars and battle.
Just everyone rolls.
Yeah. Insight or history, your call.
Roll an
Insight on mine.
Should I roll for the ranger? Do they not matter?
No, they matter. We need to give them a name and stuff, but they matter.
Oh, they have a name. I wrote out a one paragraph backstory. They have a name.
Oh.
It's all on D&D Beyond.
Oh. Let's get them import. I'm going to add them right now.
I got an alignment filled out.
Send me the
I've just been doing that in the background.
Send me the D&D Beyond link if you can. It'll be easier on me.
For sure. It's in the campaign though.
Oh, okay. That's perfect. Already
Mhm.
have it open.
There you go. I sent you some artwork.
Are
I don't know if
they
you saw that.
unassigned? Here it is. Yep, I got the artwork.
Yep.
All right, we're going to add the ranger in here. They're here with you.
All right.
We'll get them
It was
some
a
gear
very-
and stuff too, but for now, not a problem.
Mhm.
Yep. So, for the most part, with our roles and with everything that we know of, it is going to be a hard fought battle. Even sneaking in because they have their areas covered. There's guards plenty around the walls and around the area. That we cannot hard to sneak unless we kill one. Rescue a whole bunch of people without making noise. But I think as soon as we attack our sneak attack, I don't think we'd be able to take care of one.
No, and if we take rash action, they're going to retaliate by
Um,
sending a message with the prisoners.
one thing you guys
Yeah.
don't notice is Asterion.
No, we know.
You do
No,
know.
Oh,
like-
in the
Right, every
cage.
time.
In the cage.
So he's either been eaten or he's not there.
Man, that'd be a real middle finger. Oh, you leave our campaign, huh? Yeah, your character's eaten, bud.
Consumed.
Consumed.
It's like he's fighting against us now.
Pain. Suffering.
I feel
Mostly
his strength in their attacks. What do you all do?
Crying's a free action.
It looks like you're
All
gonna
them
need you're gonna
Just
need an army.
bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do we spill blood now, where only our blood will be spilt, or do we wait until we know that the blood of our enemies is what will flow?
I'm always down for ideas, but
This is not the time to be running in like idiots.
Precisely.
We do need better equipped people to help us out with this. We can.
And I wouldn't want to pick this fight without Rhea here also.
and of course,
Meta.
SRA, SRA? How do you say your name?
I assumed SRA.
SRA says, I think there might be too many of them for us right now. Maybe, we could set up traps and things, but a direct assault, I don't think we could survive it.
No. Very much.
You all called in an army, though. Perhaps.
Gonna take another 5 days for them to be here. By the time we finish,
I think we have time to go to the Underdark and back before the army gets here.
Perhaps we can even raise an army in the Underdark, depending on who Orog is, how many people he has. Not Orog. That's what he is.
I think that what he's getting at is the longer we take, the more they eat.
I agree. But
if we go in, we will also be eaten like this too.
it pains me
That
to say
sacrifice.
this, but if we go in now, then everyone gets eaten. And then she kind of chokes up a little bit. But if we wait, it's only a few people.
She knows giant.
Just asking that.
Bastard.
Just asking now, but
I
does
like it.
anyone know Mold Earth?
Nope. Not I.
No,
Okay.
I do not.
I see the only way of us seceding if we had Mold Earth, but that's another story.
Hear me out. We go to the Underdark. We get a gunpowder barrel. We blow up the eastern side while they're distracted, get everyone out.
Too much
Yeah.
noise.
I'm down for this shit.
We should blow out the western and eastern side so they get distracted by
You
two
don't
and
have
split
to
up.
go to the Underdark for gunpowder, by the way.
No, the what's it called? It's not called gunpowder.
Oh,
Flash.
okay.
The deep gnome thing.
I was gonna say gunpowder can be purchased.
Yeah.
All right, fine. But it pains me to stay here and watch these brutes inhabiting the home. So if we are going to get reinforcements, we better get to it before I change my mind.
Thank you for your patience. I
We
understand
want
it's
to
a
get rid of
difficult
these
thing to ask
beasts
of you.
as much as you do.
So, set up camp, then travel next day, investigate the area that's around, and then go to the Underdark.
Alrighty. You guys exit Lork, find a spot nearby to try to safely secure a camp. We're going to start off the night with a survival roll to establish a campsite. And you can use your new ranger if they have a high survival. I don't know who has the best one anymore. You can... Let's take a look.
I do have a 4.
I have a +1.
Let's take a look at what the new ranger has for survival. A +6.
That's a few.
Let me click camping activities again. Let me see here. All right.
I think we could
Preparing the
use stealth.
campsite. Survival. No, this is for preparing it.
Ah.
Survival check against the zone DC. 14 for your current zone. So she only has to hit a 14. Is she making it?
I would assume so. I'll give her a bardic inspiration
Yes.
too.
Cool.
Unless Baldric is better at it.
This is not a single necessary check, so this wouldn't be something you could inspire. It is something you can give help to for advantage.
Well, I will certainly help.
All right.
Normal success. She finds a suitable place to service as a campsite for the night. We're going to 4 camp activities. So each of you can choose a different camp activity that you want to do for the night before we see if anything happens. I'll move us to the campsite.
I need to look up what these activities are again.
It's in Discord under
I
camping
know.
activities. You can camouflage the campsite with a stealth check. You could cook a meal, although cooking a meal increases your chance of a random encounter because the smell of the food. Which stealthing it will reduce the chance. You can also try to discover a special meal, basically like tinker with food, tinker with cooking, and try to come up with a new recipe. You can learn from a companion, although right now you don't really have one. I will add some to Saray. You have to pick some, though, so she doesn't really have one yet. Organize a watch, which is a good idea if you guys want to have a watch for the night. Otherwise, you don't do a watch. Provide aid, relax, tell a story, and hunt and gather.
I am not proficient in anything required to do any of these tasks.
I will go ahead and stealth the campsite, or camouflage the campsite.
All right, roll a stealth check, DC 14. And the random encounter starts off at 14.
19.
A 19 is a success. As you camouflage the campsite, you're going to increase the DC by 1, which means we're up to 15.
I probably should have done this first, but I think Ellie's going to tell a campfire story to give everyone a bonus for their camping activities.
Go for it. Roll, I think it's a performance, as you tell. Let me read this here.
Mm-hmm.
You spend 2 hours telling a rousing story, perhaps one of your previous adventures or something that it was in turn told to you before at a campfire. You get a bonus to your check if you tell a good story that's relevant to the adventure or party backstory. Oh, that's flavored in there already. So you'll get a +2 bonus if it is relevant to the story or your backstory. If it's just nonsense, then it's just a normal roll.
Huh. Well,
So
we are
what
heading-
story is it?
Well, we are heading to the Underdark, perhaps. Maybe best to let you know what's coming ahead. There are many dangers in the Underdark, and many of those should not be faced by an infant. All of you have heard of my mother, but I haven't told you what she did, or who I am. Drow society is matriarchal. Women hold all the power. And my mother was cursed with 4 boys in a row. So to ensure her next child be a daughter, she sacrificed many people to Lolth. On her 888th sacrifice, Lolth gave her an opportunity. She was to raise a war band and lead them into the abyss, to slay one of her rivals, generals. It was a grueling campaign that lasted many years. But after it was complete, Praynell, my mother, thanked Lolth and said her child would lead our house, House Duskren, to greatness. Lolth took some issue with that. She had chosen to find glory in her kin rather than her own schemes. So while Lolth would keep her word, she felt it right to punish Praynell. Elli reaches down and rubs her arm stump. I was born very sickly and missing my left arm. My mother was revolted, embarrassed, somewhat betrayed, and she sought to cover up this shame. So she cast me into the Underdark, a newborn infant, coughing, wheezing. I was surrounded by oozes come looking for an easy meal before I was saved by my church. She cast me away like it was nothing. And after someone chose to save that which she discarded, she now seeks to destroy as well. That is the cruelty you can expect to find in the Underdark. But I live. I'm stronger than she could ever imagine. And her plans will not succeed.
That was really good. I'll give you advantage.
Alrighty.
Also give you guys
Rolls
a
2
moment
ones.
to, like, if you want to say anything back. I don't know if you ask anything.
That's a 26.
It's a critical success.
I sure
Yeah.
hope so.
Hey, let's take a look at what happens on a critical success here. You inspire them dramatically for the next 24 hours. Anyone that heard your story gets a +2 to their attacks, saves, and checks. 24-hour buff. And no effect to the zone DC.
That's quite a story, Ellie. I honestly thought that you lost your arm in dueling or combat. But to hear that it was a birthing issue or birthing defect, it's quite not shocking, or amazing, but can't quite put into words. But there's plenty of ways around now than they did many years ago. Prosthetics are quite viable. My captain almost lost a hand during a fishing trip, but luckily he didn't need to buy one.
I'd like to hear that story.
Ellie rubs her thumb kind of across her arm. It's been presented to me as an option before, but no. I was dealt this hand, and while it may not be fair to me, there are many others who have been dealt worse hands than mine.
I'm going to disagree with you there. You were
As well
dealt
as I.
no hand.
Somebody had to make the joke.
But
No,
you should.
no.
Here's
Also
another one.
punches Aram in the face.
Aram,
Do it.
Word.
Ellie doesn't even get the joke. She's like, "Why are you striking him?" It went completely over her head.
Word.
Bad joke.
Uh,
was
Not
a
worthy of your
joke.
ears.
What was the
I,
joke?
I would probably also say you should also define the hand that you are dealt, and make it something that you disagree with, and take it with anger and passion instead of letting it defeat you.
I spent years being angry. It accomplished nothing. I
Then
found
give
that
it passion.
acceptance, precisely, acceptance,
I'm just gonna check.
has
this out.
given me far more strength than anything else. And it would be a disservice to myself, to my vows, to my oath, to take an easy way. Not that it is abhorrent to others that would seek that path. Just, I mean, in my own walk. I am to gain this back. And she kind of looks down at her arm. It'll be because Lolth lifts her curse. And I grow it back myself.
Aaron getting up back onto the stump that he was sitting on.
Ellie will cast a healing word to heal Aram's wounds.
The first 2 hours coming to a close. We did a stealth. We did a story. We have 2 more activities we can do.
I would like to set up a
Well, we have 4
uh,
activities. I would like to
organized
give one to each.
Oh, okay.
So I'll throw it to Aram. What do you
I
think?
don't think I can actually do any of these. I don't have any of the proficiencies required to do any of these.
Well, you got 2 hours. So do you do anything?
I suppose I'd talk to our new companion.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them a activity. So we'll do the learn from the companion thing, but I have to decide what their activity is. So I can't describe it yet. But you can learn from them regardless. It's a perception check. DC 14 to succeed. And what you need is a total of 3 successes to learn their activity. And on a success, you get 1. On a crit, you learn it.
Okay. So I just roll once for now, and we'll see what happens later.
Perception check, exactly. Yeah, she's prepping something, doing an activity at camp. I gotta figure out which one I'm gonna give her. Actually, I
All
can
right.
probably pull up the companion guide real quick.
Oh, that was so close to a 20.
Unfortunately, that's let's see what it says. Learn from a companion failure. You learn nothing. It's just a complete failure, unfortunately. Let me pull up the companion guide.
I still got to chat.
You still get to chat. I mean, I haven't set up her yet to really give you a compelling conversation. Which I will give her a backstory. I'm sure Ellie's already put a little in there with the Loudwater invasion and fighting back and all that. Yes.
Yeah, there's like the skeleton of a backstory already in there.
Yeah, but I will. I'll definitely give her a compelling one for you.
I did kind of pre-assign some personality traits, but I'm not attached to that. I was just kind of picking them to pick them.
Sure. Trying to find the camping activities. There's the food. You know what? I'll give her a camping activity too. I'll have her cook a special meal. Because you guys haven't done any special meals.
I was considering doing that for Ellie, but
Are you a cook? I think you
oh yeah,
are, right?
I have cooked utensils.
Alright, good. Then, let me see. Does this person have anything at all? They probably don't.
Damn.
Their survival's a +8, though, so they can still cook really well.
She's a smith. She's a cook. She's good looking. She's a songstress. I mean, come on.
Hey,
What was that,
Oh, is there an
Baldrick?
ant on my roof?
Oh.
Nothing. I wasn't saying anything. Just talking to myself.
You're drunk, Baldrick. You're drunk.
Why is there an ant on my roof? It's the middle of winter.
They're hiding for the heat.
Put him in the microwave. He's cold.
Jesus.
It's on my roof.
You can't talk
can't
about
reach
that
your roof.
on Twitch.
I'd have to jump.
okay, I'm gonna roll a survival for her.
Nice.
Okay.
A 20.
I was gonna say, could I give help? Not needed.
She critically succeeds. Let me just see here.
I can't win anything.
I'll loan her
I-
my Heward's handy spice pack so she can spice her meal properly.
Critical success. It gains a +2 to all damage rolls.
God.
Oh,
We should have fought that. We should fight it now. We're right next to it. Let's.
You also have a +2 to all damage now if anybody eats her food. And this is the meal. Let me share the image. It comes with an image.
Yeah, I think we should take back Lork now.
Can we get much higher?
Somebody say Lork?
Now, Baldrick, what would you like to help us with?
Why is it purple?
She says
Beets.
it's hearty purple. It's a purple heart. It's the meat is the heart of an animal.
Of what?
You know, it's
A
not
deer.
that important.
It's
Not a deer.
that important.
He says
Mystery
My
meat.
tongue.
Delicious.
What's
my tongue
important is that it's good.
It is very good.
Aram, can you check my tongue quickly? Is it purple?
Everybody's tongue is purple.
Ellie does not complain. Ellie's tongue is already purple.
That's true. That's
It's just
true.
a little darker purple now.
I'm gonna just edit the campfire. I'll make a new effect for it. Fuck it. We'll call it purple tongue.
Ooh, you've got to teach me how to make this.
She says, "Oh, sure. I know a couple recipes." And that's an easy way to give you guys some recipes you don't have.
Hey.
Let me find an image. I'll make this so you guys all have a +2 damage buff too, whatever we do tomorrow. But yeah, that's it for the camping. We just have to see if anything goes wrong.
If
Right.
anything goes wrong, it's going to go right with these buffs.
Does Baldric
I was
get a
gonna say-
camping activity?
Does Baldric get... Oh, you do get a camping activity. We do not have a random encounter. Baldric, what do you do for the night?
Organize the watch.
Oh, we didn't organize a watch. It would be good to have people on watch. Throw me...
Aaron doesn't need to sleep.
You still technically have to organize watch to have a watch during, like, camping. Like, you can be awake, but to have a watch during camping, what you do is, and I'll read it to you, you spend 2 hours to take the lead and to organize the camp's watch rotation, optimize shifts, and scout the area to determine the approaching areas the camp is most likely to be attacked by enemies. So it's more than just, I'm awake. He is setting up who's going to wake up when, who's watching where enemies can come from. He spends 2 hours doing this.
Who's gonna wake up when? Aram? Aram. Probably Aram.
Are you
Maybe
the
Elli.
only person on watch? Elli is
He
only
doesn't have to
asleep.
sleep!
So Ellie's only asleep half the night. So this is the kind of thing you would do. So you're on watch the whole night. He'd organize that. And the fact that
And then Elli can join.
and the fact that Ellie would be up one half, the other elf the other half, and then try to optimize in between for the best time to have.
Oh, she's a
Baldric.
half elf. I don't think she gets trance.
Oh, is she a half elf?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, I thought you made her into a
she
wood elf.
should be a wood elf. They were all wood elves.
They're all wood elves? Okay, then I might
Yeah.
need to... I need to change some things around real quick.
If it's that range, or like his whole guard was all wood elves.
Okay.
If that's all right. So those two can trance. Mari and Baldric kind of figuring out the best times for them to be awake, the most dangerous times, whatever it might be. And that's what he kind of does for 2 hours. So Baldric, roll me a perception. DC 14. That's a critical success. You gain a
Nice.
+2 to perception checks during the watch, and the zone encounter DC goes up by 2, which means instead of a 15, it was a 17 or above I had to hit. I hit a 10. There's no random encounter for the night. You guys find a safe, secluded place to rest, camp, cook, chat, right next to the hill giants.
Everything's so scared of the giants that that we're camping right beside.
I mean, hey, you know, it's a large army. They seem to feel comfortable. You guys are under fog cloud and rain cover. You go off into the woods. You're not like right next to their camp, right? You guys moved. Each hex is a half day's travel. You guys moved away.
Yeah.
Let me add an effect for Purple Tongue because we need that. But I'll move us back to the hex map unless there's anything anybody wants to cover because there's no attack, so the night starts to pass.
Oh, that's...
You guys can roleplay if there's any chat you want to have throughout the night. Any conversation, otherwise we'll move to the hex map.
Let's just keep going.
Do I think Asterian's alive? I'm not so sure. I think they might be dead.
Well, Asterion wasn't taken by a hill giant.
Let's roll for the weather today. I can't do the rain. I think it's making me lag.
Oh, I don't like that number.
It's not good, is it?
I don't know.
Are you
Just don't
watching?
like the number.
I just got it.
It's still raining. 11. Okay, it's not as bad. It's still raining and light clouds, and it's normal temperatures. So that's okay. But still rainy. Still a rainy day the next day here. As you wake up. The rain does not it lets up. It's not a thunderstorm. But it's still an awful kind of everything's wet, everything's muddy. Makes it just a little bit more difficult to get through.
Sounds great for me, but I live in a desert, so you know.
And which area or which tile you guys want me to investigate, or we should investigate?
I should check because I keep zooming into the table in the corner of the screen every time
Well,
we
this
come to
one's
this
going to
map.
be right next to where we plan on settling, so it's probably good to know in advance. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
All right, 1 second. System bonus, all damage. Let me find it.
Oh yeah, I get a bonus too.
All
'cause-
damage bonus 2. Purple tongue.
I love it.
All right, give you guys all this buff. I'll put a Saria over here too. Oh, delete her off that side. All right. Which hex are we checking out? Sorry about that. To the south. Ooh. That's a DC 18 for that zone. The Forgotten Forest.
I will give a bardic inspiration.
Oh, all right.
That's
Yeah, the
1d8.
hunter. The hunter rolling it, or is Mari? Oh no, the hunter's not perception. Are you? What is your perception, Mari?
Mine is a +6.
All right. I mean, you guys can roll this from her. I'm actually gonna give you guys. Let's do this. Configure ownership. Let's make everybody owner, so that you guys can all see her sheet. It's up to you if you want to roll. She has a +8.
Ooh.
Well, he has a. Is it a +6 with the +2?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Plus your d8. I mean,
I have a +9 to
it's-
perception.
oh, she's +6.
Yeah,
No, +8.
Let me click on this and see.
Oh, if you have
this is not the roll. I just want to see what it says.
Holy hell, she knows a lot of languages.
She's a +6 as well. You're right. She just also has that +2 from the buff.
No, I read it wrong. It was a +8, I think.
She's a +6 with a +2 from the buff.
Oh, for some
If we're
reason it's
going-
+8, but I don't know if it's because
it's
of
integrated.
Or if we're going
Okay.
off of whoever is the highest perception, that would be Ellie, as long as it's not bright out. Because if
It's
it's bright out,
yeah?
she has disadvantage.
It's a perception check. DC 18, guys. That's all we need. On this hex here, what do you do?
You can't give yourself bardic,
Yeah, we'll let
right?
Mari do it.
All right.
I give a bardic inspiration. We let Mari do it.
There we go.
Smile.
All right, a 27. It's one away from a critical success.
Oh, come on.
It is. A 28 would be a critical success. But you do see something that looks like a hidden cave entrance. A slight sloped hill and a hidden cave. That's all you really see at this point. Yeah, it's a high DC to see anything else. DC 28 to see a little bit more. You were one away. But a little bit more to learn, but that's about it. So, you see this cave entrance, something's down there. Obviously, you're far too far to really tell right now. But certainly some type of a dungeon or cave entrance.
That's weird. I don't think the purple tongue worked.
It's to damage for Purple Tongue.
Oh. I mean, the campfire thing, no?
You have a +1,
Like it added.
3, 4, 5, 6. And then the campfire thing gives you a +2. No, you're right.
Which makes it a critical. Let's go.
Let me double check if it's working or not. Let's take the effect off. And then let me see. Yeah, you still have a +6. You're right. It didn't work. That makes it a critical.
Let's go. Huge.
That's a 20.
Leroy!
That's a
Ellie's trauma
29.
dumping helped.
Chapter 5. Okay. Yes.
Chapter 5?
Yes, it's a much, much, much later thing. What you spot is a very well hidden temple entrance. You can tell it's a temple. It looks like, and you have to go to the hex to actually get like specific details, but what you can tell is that it looks like a temple to a god, and it looks like a secret hidden entrance. Like more than just a cave.
Oh boy. Well, I go ahead and tell that everyone,
also
but
looks-
let's.
It also looks ancient. Just from this, like the doorway and the entry and everything. Like it looks like this has been left here, lost here to time. So you know there's I'm gonna change the name on it because I gotta change the name on it. I'm just gonna call it
The
Hidden
Temple of Doom.
Just gonna write Hidden Temple and I'm gonna delete the text and I'll show you guys this token.
I want to investigate.
We have
It didn't change the name, did it? Hang on.
No.
Well,
This is
don't worry. It's
Hell Night.
Hidden Temple. There.
we need to find Indiana Jones to help us clear it.
Oh my god.
All right. This hex that you're in as well is not cleared, so it's only half cleared because you've spotted it. You know it's there. You know it's here. But yeah, you guys have only half.
Shall we
cleared.
go to the right and up, or to the upper right and right?
Straight east and up.
All right, we're gonna head east. Half a day travel.
Yeah. Next half day up.
Moves us towards almost noon. You guys start to make your way towards the edge of the hillside, where you're gonna kind of like, instead of climbing up the mountain, you're gonna start to take the hillside, the mountainside north to the right hex, where it will kind of, I'll draw it out. This is what I imagine. You kind of camp out here, you cross over the short part, you hug the mountains up to this hex, right? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're hugging the mountain up the north wall here, towards the second half of the day, you're getting like towards this spot. You all see a mining cart kind of tilted over to the side, and then you see covered under the grass and the dirt a mining trail that leads up to a cave entry. And you can see this large mine, and I will just erase this here, but you see gold mine.
Oh.
Gold!
There's a reason the dwarves built Lork right here.
We can hire 7 armies with this.
And indeed,
If it's still rich.
indeed, there's
with
a
gold.
large gold mine that seems to have gotten abandoned when the city got attacked. Could probably be reclaimed. Now, meta-wise, this hex does get cleared. There's nothing here to fight. I just need to select it. And all you have to do is claim the hex, and you'll have a gold mine. Let me add that. Mine to
Oh yeah, that shit. Consider that shit claimed.
Nope, you gotta claim it during kingdom activities. You guys don't even have a kingdom.
Damn it.
So once we have a kingdom, one of the kingdom activities you can do is you claim a hex, and then you build out from it to claim more. And if you succeed on the roll, you'll start to get more and more hexes.
Right.
But yeah, that's
Curse is foiled again.
that's about it. So this hex is clear. The second half of the day, you guys make your way towards the proper, what you believe is the location to the Underdark here. Let's get your token moved up.
Why'd you have to phrase it like that?
Well, you guys have never been over here before. You're just heading over to this Society of Brilliance member that has this base you're not too sure about. You don't know much about them or about where you're going. But the party makes their way north up the hillside. We're going to clear this hex too as we enter into... first off, you're only one hex away from this floating cloud castle in the distance, and it becomes quite clear. No perception checks needed. It is just one large castle structure on a huge floating nimbus cloud that seems to be almost magically propelled. Anybody that is studied in giants or, a sage background without needing to roll would just know that it's somewhat common for cloud giants to have, when there's a large base of them, to have a cloud castle or to exist on such things. They aren't particularly common here, but there's a lot of giants in the area, so not the strangest situation. What is strange is that they're all working together in this kind of succinct plan, almost. It looks like they have orders of operation, some type of command and power over the hill giants, and even over the frost giants that seem to be taking orders or following commands, working in some way alongside like an army, which is a bit odd. As we take a look further down, we head deep into an old underground passage. The party makes their way down into a tunnel that I actually want everybody to roll a history check on.
I have advantage since it's Underdark.
Sure.
Ready?
21 or 23.
23.
It's now the
Well, Mari,
+2.
Mari knows about it. Mari, have you ever been in any thieves guilds or anything?
Oh, plenty of times.
Mari, that's perfect. You know about it because of thieves guilds. This is a network, a direct route through the mountains that the Zentrum used quite often.
Oh no!
It is a heavy supply route that they travel down. And you know that it's been kind of shut down. It follows what is called the Black Road, that cuts through the Anarok Desert and would connect Thay pretty much through travel.
What?
Fuck? That's the route they would take. So that's why you know that these routes are, it doesn't directly connect to Thay. It cuts through the mountains to get you to Anarok. And that trail goes all the way down. Yeah, safely. It goes all the way towards Thay. And they would travel that path back and forth here. It's been out of function, as far as you know, for a very long time.
Yeah, that's what
You're
I was
saying
about
you're
to
going to
say.
find a lot of Thay in it.
Well, short of the fact that there was Zentrum influence that has been pushing into Loudwater, so it's not impossible. But as you get through, you don't see any immediate signs of anybody. You're pushing further down into the Underdark at this point. It gets dark. The sun is completely out of view. You're deep in a cave. The party spends a couple hours making their way through. But I think that might be where we leave off and pick up next week, meeting. And there's no fight here. You guys meet a member of the Society of Brilliance, but I think that we'll find him and meet him at the start of next session.
Alrighty.
Yep.
But before you guys all go, we'll say goodbye to stream. But I would like to, because we're kind of getting into some kingdom stuff, I would like to spend a minute reviewing those rules with you guys so you have a better feel of what's to come here.
Bye, stream.
But for stream, goodbye.
Bye,
Thanks
stream.
for watching. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Also, there's an open spot in this game if you guys want to play with them. Okay, bye.
Shameless plug.